Alright, first grade, so today we're going to be working on our print. So at this point, you have transferred your print onto your foam paper. You've traced over it, and you traced over it for a second time so that you could really feel your lines in your print. So today we're actually going to make the print, and we're going to put ink on it, and we're going to roll it and put another piece of paper on top and peel it off and create that stamp and that new image. So this piece of foam is where your ink is going to be. Ink is just a really nice word for really thick paint. And so I'm going to come around and I'm going to put out the ink. And we'll just squeeze a line of ink, just a little bit. And what you're trying to do is you're not trying to spread the ink all over. You're actually trying, get that off there, to cover up the roller. And this roller has a special name. It's called a brayer. It's called a brayer. And I will refer to it as a brayer. So, again, you're trying to cover the whole black surface with the color of your ink. So I'm going to hold it, the foam plate with one hand, and I'm going to put my brayer into it, and I'm going to pull back. And see how it has only part of it covered? I'm actually going to roll, and I'm going to lift, and I'm going to roll in that little section. Notice I'm not going back into the paint, and I didn't pull out all the paint. I just kind of stuck it in there a little bit, and now I'm rolling. So it's not all the way covered, so I'm going to get a little bit more paint. See, I just dipped it in, and now I'm going to spread it out. I'm lifting. If you notice, every time I do it, putting down, and I'm lifting, and I put it back. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that whole surface is covered. I can actually go in the opposite direction. Make sure it's all covered up. Okay, so then I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to get my printing plate. And notice, my printing plate is sitting on top of a piece of manila paper. Manila is just the type of paper it is, this tan color. And so what I'm going to try to do is cover my entire thing going this way and this way. I don't want to see any of that white showing through. So I'm going to go up. And see how I can see my white lines? That's actually good. I just don't want to see the white of my actual paper. See how it's not covered over there? So now I'm going to go the opposite direction. Rolling it. So I roll it up. And I roll it back. Okay, so as soon as you're done with it, you're going to take this, and you're going to put it off the edge. You're not putting it in the middle, because otherwise the handle gets all painty. So put it off the edge, and I'm going to actually pass it on to the next person. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the manila paper out, because otherwise this would get on my print, and I'm going to pass that to the next person so they can start. Hold on one second. And then I'm going to put the paper on top, and I'm going to rub, 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 rub. And then I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to hold with my finger on the corner and pull right off. And that is my print. So after you've done this print, and if you notice it's a mirror image, you can actually take your pencil and you can write your name. So I'm going to write my name. And then you can put it on the drying rack. And you can actually pull a second print, which is called a ghost print, without putting any more ink on it. Oops, I don't have any more paper. Put it on there. And again, you're rubbing and you're trying to find all of your edges of your picture. Hold it at the edge and peel it off. Notice it's not as dark as that first print, but it gets a lot of the extra ink off. And again, you'd write your name on it and put it on the drying rack. So this is what we're going to do, and we're going to switch tables, and we're going to do all of our colors. You don't wash off your printing plate in between. So this is what we're going to do today. Have any other questions? Let me know.